Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Yoki Way podcast. This is going to be episode 5.
Hello.
Hold on. I got to make sure it's episode 5. Has it been 4 already? Yes, it has. Wow. Episode 5. Week 5 of doing this. It's crazy, man, because I feel like a couple of months ago we were just talking about, hey, we should have a podcast. We're going to have a podcast. And all it took was one Sunday. We were like, dude, let's go buy a bunch of equipment for a podcast and get it going. So if you guys want to start something, you got to just do it. And then before you know it, you're 5 weeks in. It's crazy because I'll have clients that that come to me and they're like, hey, I want to hop on a program. I want you to coach me. And before I know it, I'm like, dude, this is their phase 2. They're in like week 8. This is insane. It feels like I just started working with them yesterday. So time flies by, man. Time is like a blink of an eye.
That's why you should start stuff now, man.
Just start it. Just do it.
Oh, I'm going to do this when the new year starts. Bro, do that now.
Yeah,
it's going to come back, and then when the new year starts, you're going to be like,
I'm addicted to vaping, but I'm only going to do it. Like, dude, I'm going to stop. Like, when I get older, I'm going to stop.
Cap. No, you're not. Like, I want to go through college. I want to go through high school.
Dude, I'm only going to be an alcoholic and vape and smoke a lot of weed and do a lot of drugs.
You think you're going to quit after high school and college? You know what we're going to do after college and high school after vaping all the time? We're going to do cigarettes.
Nah, I don't even know.
Yeah, you probably are.
No. The only reason I bring that up is because everybody that I knew that was like, dude, I'm only going to do this for X amount of time and stop, bro. Nobody stops.
It's an addiction for a reason.
Yeah, and a lot of people like that I know from high school and from junior high and stuff that like got into drinking and smoking from a young age. Like the older they got and when they got into college and stuff, they just got into like worse things.
It's a gateway drug a little bit,
and like I'm not judging whatsoever, but like just be self-aware and be truthful to yourself.
And just make sure, is that thing plugged in the back, the SD thing?
Yes.
All right. Had to make sure.
Yo, we just went on a tangent for no reason right there.
I know.
Oh, man. Okay, guys. So now that we got your attention and we stopped talking about drugs.
And drugs and alcohol.
We'll talk about the real drugs. Steroids.
Now, it's been 3 months.
The reason I want to talk about like steroids is because we've been accused of doing steroids since we started working out. And I feel like people don't understand what steroids are.
And it's a really funny thing, especially, no offense, but women. Like,
don't get me started.
They don't know. They don't know.
Guys, dude.
Well, yeah, mostly the guys too. But it's just funny because then you start talking about kind of how it works with women, and then they just bring up the weirdest topics. And
like what?
They basically think that if you take steroids, you don't have to put an ounce into working out. Like, you don't have to go to the gym at all.
Oh, dude, I hate when people.
It's like, dude, you'll just become a little blob if you take your steroids and you don't do anything about it.
If you just take testosterone and you don't work out, you're going to be more aggressive. It's going to make you like, whatever. It's going to change your hormones, but you're not going to just build muscle from sitting around.
Yeah, that's not how muscle is built. Do you know how it's built?
I wish, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to the gym at all. Why do you think we're there every day?
I love the gym, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's so funny that people have such a misunderstanding of what steroids are.
But and how muscle works and how it's rebuilt.
How testosterone works. Basically, think about it this way. For people out there that don't understand, it's very basic. Testosterone, something that men have a lot of and women have very little of, okay? That's why women cannot look like men. Even if a woman works out just as much as I do, she cannot put on the muscle I can because I have testosterone running through my blood.
And vice versa, when they have estrogen. They have a lot of it. There's a reason why we have
very little of it.
Yeah.
This is why men are more aggressive. This is why men are more athletic. Well, sorry, not say athletic. More capable, physically capable, okay? Like they can jump higher, run faster.
Just look at the sports,
have a
like
deeper
the
voice.
Transgender men that go into
women's sports.
Yeah, women's sports.
Because of testosterone.
You become all class. They just win everything. There's a reason.
So testosterone, right? Very important. And people don't understand another thing about testosterone. Motivation is directly correlated with how much testosterone you have in your body, right? Your drive, your sex drive, how sexually like charged you are. If you have very low testosterone levels, you're not even going to be sexually like charged, and you won't even have sex drive towards the opposite sex, hopefully. But yeah, so testosterone is very important. Steroids
just boost
there's different kinds, right? There's test, which increases the amount of testosterone. Well, it doesn't increase. It what's it called? It substitutes it. If I put even a very small amount of testosterone in me, right, from an injection, my testicles go on vacation.
They don't need to work.
Because they're like, dang, I don't need to work anymore because there's testosterone coming from somewhere, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hence, your balls shrink.
Yeah. Because they're not working. Everything else is working, but not your balls.
Yes. So, this is kind of the basic idea of what testosterone is, and that's why people take more testosterone than what they naturally produce to then get the benefits of having more testosterone.
Dude, I bet it feels so good.
I bet. I mean, dude, I think one day, like when I get way older and my natural levels, decline, I'm thinking of doing testosterone. I mean, I also don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like later on in life, I mean, all men experience this. Like, I don't know.
Midlife crisis. No, not enough test.
But that being said, you can optimize how much testosterone naturally you produce and how good you feel and how good your hormonal levels are by, eating right, sleeping right, hydrating, exercising, and all the getting, this, sun and everything. It's just all that basic stuff.
And not bombarding yourself with a bunch of these quick ways to feel good.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Alcohol.
steroids. So look, no, we have never done steroids.
I've done them in my dreams, if that counts.
Yeah. And it's quite funny because, like I said, even like from the very beginning of us working out, people already assume like, dude, are you guys doing anything? And no, we're just genetically gifted.
The little drama. You know?
We're very genetically gifted, and we probably work harder than most people that we know. I don't really know anybody that works harder.
I try to work harder than everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Even if I know there's people that work harder than me, I always try to work harder than them.
Yeah.
It's just like a little battle that you always go with other people. I like that. It's like mental.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody do a lot of sets, you're like you don't obviously show it. You don't try to like be this big guy in the gym, but like mentally and like in your own self, you just kind of like push a little harder. It feels good.
I like the reason I say I work harder than anybody else I know. It's kind of like a idea, right? It's kind of an idea, but it's a personal idea. Like I work harder than anybody I know. There's people that I know that are very successful and they work very hard. If I feel like I'm not doing as much as them, it just proves to myself that I could do more and I'm being lazy or I'm making excuses. So by saying I work harder than anybody I know, I am putting as much effort as possible compared to pretty much anybody else I know.
Because like it's not that you're more capable or less capable. It's about personally what you can do, and like if you like you said, like personally he can work hard like as hard as he can.
Yeah,
doesn't mean that it's give or take more than this guy. If he gives it all he can, that's him working harder than everybody else too.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't mean you're better than anybody by all means. I'm just saying like compared to other people, you can work a little harder.
So, being very genetically gifted, plus working harder than anybody else you know, and doing all the basics like eating, sleeping, hydrating, whatever. Put all that together, you're going to have insane results. And to the average person, they'll be like, they'll find that excuse as their, first, I guess, response, they're probably doing steroids. Oh, this, that. Well, I will say one more thing.
Another last thing, like a good example of that, like idea that people will have, it's imagine seeing like you kind of somebody that have a really nice car, or like they all of a sudden like wear really nice clothes, like they probably just got really like they got lucky with something.
Yeah.
They got probably make a lot of money doing this random thing like with stocks. They got lucky. No, they work hard.
Yeah. And your perception of what's possible changes the more advanced you get in your journey. So
more experience too.
Yeah. Like a year ago, I felt like I have worked so hard and I got so much results. But then a whole year later of me doing this, you're like, wow.
That was nothing.
That was nothing. First of all, you look back and you're like, dang, I improved so much. I made so much progress. And then that gives you hope to know that another year from now, at this level of training, right, in any aspect of your life besides business, besides fitness, but I'm going to keep it to fitness right now. You're going to do another whole year of it, right? And you're like, wow, I'm surprising myself.
That's a whole year of trial and error.
Yeah.
You're going to find out what works, what doesn't work. There's a lot of things that I thought would work a year ago that I've realized over the months that doesn't work. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that I didn't think would work that eventually work. Like putting stuff that isn't supposed to be in your body, like.
What do you mean by that?
like like vaping, alcohol, all this stuff that you're not supposed to do. You think it's like it doesn't have that big of an impact on you, but then you realize like you can't eat as much. You aren't as focused. You're thinking about the wrong things. Like you're losing precious time that you have trying to make time for this stuff. You know, you're wasting a lot of money. People don't realize how much money they waste. Sure, it's like $20-$30 on vapes, another $20-$30 on like alcohol throughout the week. It all adds up.
I love when young people are like, Yo, Ven, can you like write me a program or something? And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna cost you like, and dude, like nobody gets this prices, but they're high schoolers or whatever. So I'm like, it's gonna be $100 a month or something.
That's what I tell kids nowadays, and
they're like, dang, bro, it's expensive. I'm like, bro, you spend $20 a week on vapes.
It's like, bro,
minimum.
And imagine
that doesn't include your drinking, bro.
And like Taco Bell, McDonald's.
No, I mean, I don't care if you're buying Taco Bell.
I'm saying that
you're vaping
I
and
spend
drinking.
that myself.
You're pretty much like, dude, and like, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just making an argument here. Like, dude, you're spending $150 minimum a month on just drinking and vaping. Like, you could substitute that for a coach and a nice program. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Yeah, $100, you're not gonna. I
don't even want to charge people those prices because I don't even want to coach people at that price anymore. It's not worth my time.
I think I'm gonna do just the close people that I know from.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple,
like 2 or 3 people. Like I know one kid, but
it's not worth my time.
Yeah,
I like
it's tough work. It's not easy.
I like clients that are serious, and that are willing to invest in themselves because
those are the clients you want.
A lot. Yeah,
you don't want those guys that like you feel obligated to make sure they're doing the right thing. No, they need to want it. You know, you want to work with somebody that wants the results. You know, that wants the grind. If you have to do it for them every step of the way, make sure they're doing the right rep, make sure they're doing everything. It's not worth it for you, no matter how much money they're paying you, unless like $1 million. But you know,
are we still talking about steroids? So would you ever do steroids, Danny?
I want to. Don't get me wrong. Like I really want to.
Yeah.
Not because like I'm not happy with who I am. It's just because I'm very curious. I'm very curious because
are you afraid that it might mess your sperm count and stuff?
I feel it depends on what path you're taking in life and if it's worth it technically, if it's worth the risk. If you're just doing it for no reason, you're kind of just, I'm just testing it out, like, and you're not even like near your potential, you're kind of screwing yourself over.
Your genetic potential.
Yeah, your genetic potential, you're kind of screwing yourself over for no reason, You're just going to mess up your body for, I don't know, quick fix, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna compete and you're like this big dude that's a very invested in the gym and fitness and it's like a big part of your life, I think by the time like you're 28, 29, maybe 30, why not? A little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of squeeze, on your butt.
Yeah, but you got another like important concept to think about.
Oh yeah, sperm count.
I wasn't even going to talk about that. No, that is very true.
Yeah.
You are shutting down your natural production, so you can't produce sperm. So if you're trying to have kids, and it can mess that up. And not for everybody. Plenty of people can get somebody pregnant, even if they're taking tests.
There's stuff you can take, though. Like, if you have a doctor and that kind of reverses, like, that kind of blocks
Yes, it's called PCT, post-cycle therapy.
Yes, that's
what it is. The thing is you can still have issues, but what was I going to say? Oh, let's say like you're curious and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get some SARMs, and you buy some online because you can easily buy them, right? And I highly don't recommend doing this because think about it this way: you take SARMs, you crash your natural levels of testosterone, and then you do that for a month or two. You see minimal gains. Then you're like, this is not even worth it. You stop taking it.
Now you're gonna be lower than where you started.
Now your balls aren't producing any testosterone. Your body's not producing any testosterone.
You just screwed yourself over.
And you just screw yourself over because you're obviously not going to do proper PCT. You're not working with a doctor.
You probably don't even know what that is as a kid.
You're not working with a proper, lab. So you're just screwing yourself over. So, guys, I highly recommend you don't touch, just like Liver King saying, I never touched any of this stuff. Have you seen the Liver King stuff?
Dude, his apology is so scripted, but you can see his eyes reading something in the back.
Oh, you saw you saw the whole entire thing?
I didn't see the whole entire thing, but I watched like 5 minutes of it, 5-10 minutes of it. He's reading. He's like reading a script behind the camera.
Did you ever believe that Liver King was natural?
Oh, what? That's ridiculous to even say.
Yeah.
Like, I just never argued about it because honestly, it was not worth my time. It's like there's a certain point where you see these guys that are 40 years old, and you can tell they're natural, but they look like amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But they're still, you can tell they're natural.
Yeah.
But there's people that you look at and they claim natural, and you look at them, it's like Michael Hearn, bro.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
look at that guy for 2 seconds, and you have no doubt in your mind he's on roids. Like,
well,
I'm sorry.
It's what makes me upset about these guys is they lie and then they kind of roll with it because.
Well, yeah, they apologize. They're doing a big old apology, like, oh, I should never do that.
Michael Hearn hasn't apologized for 30 years.
Well, he hasn't been caught technically. How Liverkin has been.
Yeah, no, but as you were saying, some of these people just come on, man. Like, if Michael Hearn can properly prove that he's natural, and there's definitely ways he can do it. Like, I would
go to a doctor.
No, that's not how. The way to properly test if somebody's natural is if you get randomly drug tested and blood work done, and you don't know when it's gonna happen. So randomly, it could be tomorrow, then it could be in 3 months, it could be in 2 weeks after that, like throughout the next year, for example. Right? So at random times throughout the next year, he's getting lab tests done on himself at random times, and then they're carefully looked through by professionals to see if all the levels make sense.
More plates, more dates.
Yeah, that's the proper way to drug test somebody. And if somebody did that to Michael Hearn and he was, on board with it and everything lined up for a whole entire year, bro, hats off to you. And
I'd be so
and in my position, I respect Michael Hearn so much. He's so impressive.
Yeah.
Bro is 50 and looks insane. Bro is so strong. Bro is insane.
Yeah.
His work ethic, his ability to keep going, the way he's been taking care of himself to train at that level.
This is another reason I think if you are on roids and you're at that age, just admit it. There's no shame in it. You're already so impressive. You're putting crazy numbers. You look great. You're a good person. You're not a complete a-hole. I don't see why there's a problem of you saying that you're on roids. I personally don't think.
Dude, he comes from a time where it was frowned upon to be on steroids, and he's been in that. There was probably a 15-20 year period where bro, nobody said anything about PEDs. Really.
And it was probably normal. Everybody took it back in the day, I think. Even people that didn't go to the gym. I talked to parents before and they're like, yeah, I hopped on roids, and I they just hopped on roids.
Yeah.
It was such a normal thing.
I don't know. It's kind of so much now. I think social media changes the perspective of a lot of things. But you know what's funny? I was working at this house about a year ago, and this was probably us being about a year into the gym.
Yeah.
And we were working at one of our dad's customers that we've had him as one of our customers for years now. He's pretty close to me. He's a friend now. He's like, dude, how many of your friends are already on testosterone, on steroids? Yeah. Because when he hopped out of high school, a bunch of his guy friends all hopped on tests,
Yep.
or on.
That's how normal it was. That's why
it's just everybody does it. So it's kind of funny
nowadays. It's looked upon as a.
Bro, but I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like
it's the same exact thing, but it's now it's super frowned upon. It's if you take it, you're just a cheater and blah blah blah. And I get it.
Not really though, bro. I feel like on social media, most guys are open about it and get some more clout.
Yes, but if I go to school tomorrow and I tell everybody, yo, I've been on roids for the past 2 months.
Okay, well that's a different story.
That's frowned upon
because you're in high school.
Well, yeah, so I'm talking about teenagers.
Bro, you play sports in high school. It's different.
Still, I feel like if you don't even play sports and you start taking them, it's why are you doing that, bro?
I don't know. I feel like with social media now, you might just get a crazy amount of sport on social media, low key.
Well, yeah, on social media, but that's I don't know, 20. I feel like if you're a 17-year-old,
but I see what you're saying. In real life, it's different.
If you come out, even on social media as a 17-year-old or even 18-year-old, if you come out and say you take roids,
they'll be
there's a lot of backlash on that because you're so young.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Very young. It's stupid. That's why another thing if I wanted to take them, I don't have to tell anybody. But I'm so young. Who knows what it's gonna do to me? It's I'm sure it has an effect on everybody differently. It does the same things, but little things can take over.
You know what makes me upset about Liver King?
What?
The fact that he's been lying for so long, not just about what he used. Right? Not about just the drug use and the PD use, because it's kind of obvious for people like us and for people that are in the fitness community. But the thing that makes me more upset is the fact that he's me going viral did nothing to my sales, did nothing to my supplement companies.
He's he didn't plan on it. He didn't know it was going to happen. I'm like, dude, you have a team that helped you do all these things, make these videos of that are ridiculous,
bro went from a couple thousand followers to over 1 million in less than a year, right? It was, and it was a plan to go
and
viral,
it only went up.
And you know what? Mad respect for that. Like, dude, like very impressive. Not taking any credit away from his ability to, be viral and stay in character. This dude has been on so many podcasts, been in so many places, right? And he's been able to keep his character. Pretty impressive. But what makes me upset is him saying, "Yeah, dude, me going viral did nothing to my sales. Yeah, the money I've been making is just same amount before I went viral." Like,
he said he was rich before he got famous,
which is true.
Yeah, but now he's like 4 times richer.
He's ultra wealthy. He's mentioned several times that they bring about $100 million worth of revenue across all his companies a year. Now, profit margin in the business is about 30 to 35%. Let's say it's 40%. Even say it's 25%. Bro, that's anywhere from $25 to $45 million that he's profiting in a year. Right? And I mean, even if he doesn't keep all that money.
But it's also another funny thing is because he was selling all his supplements and like bone marrow, all this stuff by saying that you can look like me.
Right.
If you take the stuff.
Yes.
And now he's like, oh, like this had nothing to do with like blowing up and stuff. It's like you just lied to millions of people and you made millions off it. And now you're going to say that like you had no intention of it. You didn't know this was going to happen.
You've made tens and tens of $1 million in profit from being deceptive to people that are not knowledgeable about supplementation and about training, which is pathetic.
I want to pull up the TikTok that I saw.
And what's upsetting is he quickly reverts and makes the video about there's mental health issues, men are struggling, men are depressed. Okay, bro. So just lie to men about about what it takes to be in better mental health. You know what? If you do hop on a hormone cycle or steroids, you're going to feel better.
Yeah.
But why aren't you telling men that? So it's all a bunch of.
He posted on his TikTok a video and it's got like 9 million views and like some of the comments like respect for keeping the comments on at least. Bro, we all knew. Period. Doesn't take away from all the hard work and positive message. One of them's like, at least you apologize, man. It's like, bro, you're good. Don't even trip. We already knew. Now I'm bricked up. I love TikTok.
I love comments. So
funny. And like people just like everybody knew. Everybody knew. Like no one's acting surprised. It's like, bro, I didn't think you'd actually come clean about it. Like,
nah, it's just and let me. So this is another thing that we can all learn from
boxing match.
If you lie once in your life,
it's so much easier to lie again.
And how can somebody trust that you won't lie again?
He'll never like stop doing this stuff though. Like,
no, he's an entertaining dude. He's very entertaining. I like Liver King as an entertainer.
Yeah.
But like bro be lying.
He's still gonna make
dude,
money,
if your girl cheats on you once and apologizes, I'm sorry, bro, but how can you trust her to never cheat on you again?
You can't.
And if you cheat on your girl, how can she trust you to never cheat again? Like, with all due respect, she does not. She like, if she never trusts you again, bro, like that's on you, bro. Like you cheated on her, you lost that trust.
What about love? It's like you kind of
like are you supposed to like forgive people? Yes. But
you kind of keep it like you keep an open mind now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But what are you dumb?
Yeah.
If somebody does me dirty once, I know from that point on that
he's capable of doing it.
He's capable of
apologizing and act like it's, oh, I'm so sorry. You never know if you can do it again.
Yeah. So we can all learn from this and keep that in account. Like if you want to give off a certain message on social media, right? Like me and Danny are doing. We have to stay true to ourselves, because if we lose our message, if we get lost in the sauce at some point and we slip off like,
I know what you're talking about. Like
if we slip up bad enough, it's tough to recover. Not that it's impossible to recover.
Look at Logan Paul, for example.
Yeah. Some people turn around 100%. But dude, it's a tough game you're playing, bro. Especially with cancel culture now. You know what's interesting? This is different topic here. I was watching, Andrew Schultz.
I love that guy.
Dude, so funny. He's so funny. Saw an interview he had with Jordan Peterson, which is also an amazing dude. Yeah. But dude, Andrew Schultz is a G because he makes fun of everybody because he's a comedian. So he can't really get canceled, which is, and I thought about this today, like, there's an advantage to being a comedian. Because you're like, bro, I'm a comedian. I make jokes.
Yeah. I make people laugh.
Yeah.
All types of people.
So it's also cool when you have like a fan base and people that really like your stuff.
Yeah.
And your comedy. So, but anyways, that's a little off topic, but yeah.
Like, for example, Fluffy, Gabriella,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
He made a special in California, I think. It's just like a very recent one on Netflix.
It's on Netflix, right? I watched
it. It just came out.
Oh,
like, it's like fairly.
Is it funny?
It's like a few months old. It's pretty funny. I like it. But he was talking about like cancel culture and how like he was super afraid of doing it, and he was talking. I don't know, like comedians can just get away with stuff as long as they explain it. Like, for example, he was talking about how when he started, he was at a stand up, and there was this guy that came up to the stage while he's dancing. I mean, not dancing, doing his thing, and he offered him a shot of Jaeger, and he didn't know what that was. It was like this black stuff. So he took it, and all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, he realized that there's a line being made of people trying to give him shots down like on the stage. So there's a whole line of people, and he can't just say no to them. They're offering him a shot, So
he could say no.
He's not gonna say no. It's a comedian, and like I don't know. I guess he said like it's the right thing to do. If someone buys you a shot, you're gonna take it. So he just starts taking the shots, and it's all Jaeger. It's like,
Bruh.
and then after a while, it was like tequila, vodka, Jaeger, tequila, and after a while, he got so like drunk that somebody in the crowd says, "Hey, Fluffy, if you take your shirt off, so my girlfriend will too." And then like it just kept going back to back, and then the girl got on stage. And like I forgot what it was, like a joke or something that they would keep make, and if he lost or whatever, it was like a bet. He would take his shirt off, or she would take his shirt off, and it got down to the points of like when she was like they were both in their bottoms, and I forgot.
Gotta be a fake story.
I don't know if it was fake, but like he said at the end he said he's explaining it because there's a video of it and someone has it, and he doesn't want to get canceled for it because he said that he flashed everybody when he was going off. Because somebody said, "Yo, Fluffy, you won't show us your," and he was walking away and he took his.
No way.
I don't know,
so funny.
but I love comedians because they can just say these things, and even if it is true, he already talked about it and it's already out there.
Yeah.
But that was a very funny special.
Yo, speaking of which, speaking of cancel culture, do you think Kanye should get canceled?
Well, technically,
What are your thoughts on Kanye?
I don't know. I like Kanye. I don't like. Lately, he's been a little funky, but the reason he said he loves Hitler and he loves the Nazis because he says he loves all people. He goes from I love Jews and I love Nazis because he says like
that was in context, right?
It was in context, and he said like the world is run by God, so like he loves everybody, and like there's a position that everybody plays, and he understands why people took his money away, why people like.
Yeah, bro, but he said I like Hitler, bro. Like is
yeah,
that,
I know.
Is that an avoidable thing to say?
And also said that he didn't kill 6 million people. Like Jews,
yeah, so
it's really tough to say what. Like I don't know. I'm just saying what happened in the interview because I just watched it today.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right that he said that, but I think personally, I think he's
a provocative person. He's
doing
trying to get
on purpose.
He's trying to get attention, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
But the problem is that he's doing it in a way where
he's like setting himself up for failure, though.
Yeah, because
you can't get away from this,
bro. He can. Kanye has always gotten attention. He can do it in many other ways, but he's doing it in ways where it's like, bro, really, like. It's a little
shallow.
It's a little much,
it's a little
bro.
shallow.
Like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you saying it that way?
I don't know. I saw this thing that's like maybe the American people love drama from celebrities and idols that like they're not really realizing what's going on. You know what's going on in China?
There's a bunch of crazy
with the protests and the Balenciaga. Kanye works.
Wait, what's going on in China with Balenciaga?
Well, Balenciaga, they came out with these pictures. That
okay, I know that, but what's going on in China?
China, there's a bunch of protests about this. I think it's Xi, whatever. It's like a certain type of group of people, and they're basically saying like they don't want them to. They're not killing them or anything, but they don't want them to reproduce anymore because they want to cut off their bloodline, and they're putting them to camps. And then there's like another thing. It's like if you have COVID or something, you have to wait in this big line, and if you get negative, you go into like a camp right now. and then there's protests that like a bunch of protests are happening, and they put these big cars have these big shields on them, and they're like blockers that you can't take videos. And there's like police coming up to you on the subway, and like they're looking through your phone to make sure you don't have videos and stuff, deleting it and stuff. It's really
Bro,
whack.
China's so sus, man.
And dude, there's videos of like totalitarian government, like there's leaders that are saying like everything will work, like business is better with that, and like there's a bunch of like sus things that people are talking about right now.
There's so much weird things
like
going
China
on in the world.
is tough right now. Like
yeah,
I can't imagine living there.
yeah, and it's sad because like there's thousands and thousands of Ukrainians dying, right? Russians dying.
Yeah,
like,
but you know what? You hear on social media that how Kanye said he likes Hitler. You don't hear about this stuff
yeah,
anymore.
dude, it's
That's why I
weird,
think. That's why I
man.
think this is all scripted. This is
So
all.
you think Kanye's in on it?
Yes, he's so close with Balenciaga, bro. He wears mouth.
Yeah,
He
bro.
wears mouth guards that have Balenciaga on it. You can't even see 'cause it's under his lip. But then he smiles and it says he was the like the main leader for a runway show, and there was a baby in the dirt, like a fake baby in the dirt, and he was like walking around with Balenciaga, and he was like the main guy, and he's always been close with like he literally said on the interview that he's close with the main photo, the guy that like the stylist, the main stylist.
Yeah, and he was
And
defending.
that is sus, bro.
Right, it says he was defending Balenciaga as well, but in his defense, he was talking about people that were designing versus the people behind the photographers and the people behind.
Well, yeah, but you don't think they're
the
run by like the top of the group?
yeah, but
If there's something's about to be posted,
but Kanye and he's talking about the designers. So the designers versus the people that are doing the marketing are different people, and
but you don't think it goes through everybody?
no. It's not how company works.
You see like the photos of like the purse and stuff, and then you see like the files, and you see how, like,
that's the
Supreme
marketing.
Court.
That's the marketing campaign.
Yes.
So people behind the advertising and the marketing at Balenciaga were responsible for those ideas.
Did you ever see the videos of the models with like the bags of like like they're holding a fake baby, and they had like bibs, they had like shirts, they had a teddy bear, like bags. They're holding it like the runway guys.
I haven't looked too much into it, but I guess
like those are models, and they're holding a toy baby.
It's weird stuff, bro.
And then the guy next to him took the bib out of his bag and put it in his mouth. I don't know, man, but
bunch of weird stuff going on, dude. And it's sad that people are so blinded by all this crap because their head is so stuck into TikTok and a bunch of
celebrities
stuff
and their
matter.
idols saying they like a certain type of people, and I get it, but at the same time, what's Kanye gonna do to your life, bro? What's he gonna do personally?
It's so
It's
sad.
his opinion. If he likes cats, he likes cats. Like, whatever. At least he's not killing anybody, but like it's a little extreme that he says that, but at the same time, he's not killing anybody. But if China comes after you and they're doing all this to their people, I think that's a major problem. Same thing with Balenciaga. If that's like an actual thing, you got to look into that. I like Tate made a really good point. He's like, what Balenciaga is probably doing is, so say for example, I'm selling you apples and I'm just labeling them apples, and you buy it, and if they're poisonous, you don't know that. I'm just labeling them as apples, then it's my fault. But if I'm telling you they're poisonous,
and you still buy them,
and you still buy them, now that's your fault. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Balenciaga is doing, I guess. Like they're kind of putting it out there that they're like pedos and stuff. And like if you still buy their stuff and support them, it's like on you now.
Yeah, it's not their fault you're supporting their brand when they're
clearly stating that they like killing things.
Killing, I mean,
that's what
sexually
they're saying.
exploiting things.
Yeah. Well, you know the Russian model, she deleted her account, but I was looking at InfoWars and I was looking through like they were showing like some of the pictures. Bro, you want to see some of the pictures that she posted on her Instagram?
Let me see.
You talk a little bit 'cause I gotta pull it up.
So,
dude, you're gonna be like, that's fake.
Look, this stuff literally makes my hairs on my arms go up. It's sad because people are so blinded by what's really going on. The fact that Russia and China are pairing up to make their own reserve currency and a bunch of other crap, and people in the U.S. and the first world countries in the Western world, they're just like stuck in they're stuck in TikTok and all this other garbage, and it's taken away from what's really going on. Russia and Ukraine going at it. I mean, there's gonna I'm praying for the best, but there's a bunch of crap going on. Another thing that I was gonna say is like what's sad about Kanye is like I can't tell if he has good or bad intentions, because if he has good intentions and this is how he's trying to grab attention, I mean, bro,
It's shallow.
bro,
like I
it's
said.
terrible. Like, what are you doing, right? I pray for him, and I hope that he changes and he.
All right, so this is some of the things that she posted. So this is just her eating. This is another one, and then it's gonna be a slideshow. So you just kind of wait. Just keep going. She works with Adidas, Balenciaga, Chanel. That's one of the pictures.
2 babies like in blood, bro.
Yeah, and then another one.
A baby holding a skull.
One that's literally locked.
A baby like locked. Jeez, a baby tied up with tape. I mean, a little girl.
Don't even say
Bro,
that.
I can't even say that out loud. Oh my
On
goodness.
Instagram, and
She
look at
posted
everybody.
that?
Everybody's like putting hearts and like, and another one. It's like, and she deleted her whole account as soon as this stuff like went out.
Yo, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, bro.
Yeah, like this is the video. Like the
Yeah.
look, they had like they were holding a baby, and that's like clothes. See, that's a fake baby. Like these runway models are holding like a fake baby, like like toy babies, and they have a bag of like toys, a bib, some clothes.
There's blood sprinkled everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Bro, like what?
See, look, and this guy puts that. He's gonna put that.
He's one of the models?
Yeah, you can see they're gonna put it like on his face. See, and then the one next to him has like the runway models. And that's why, like, dude, I brought it up in class today, and my teacher's like, "Oh, I didn't hear anything about it. Like, we're not gonna talk about it."
That's crazy. And wow, that's
why I
shocking.
think that, like,
That's
for some
shocking.
reason, I think Kanye's in on it, because all of a sudden everybody's talking about Kanye. For a day, people started talking about Balenciaga, but now all of a sudden no one talks about it anymore.
Yo, that's so weird. And he defended Balenciaga.
Yep, that's why I like
That's-
Kanye. I like his music, but lately,
Yo, and the thing is it's sad because he, proclaims that he's Christian and like.
and
Jesus
another thing, he
stuff.
said that he's pro Putin and stuff, and like,
Dude, I don't get this man, bro.
yeah.
It's sad though because he portrays himself as a Christian and a man that loves Jesus and all that, but then he does all these things and it's like, bro, you're doing a bad rep for like
Christians,
people,
yeah,
dude.
this is
like
not
people
what,
that, like,
dude. If I show
is
this
not
to like
what
a
Jesus
preacher or
would do.
something, they'll be like, he's not saved.
Not even just that. It's like,
Bro.
bro, like, how do you love everybody but like support this brand, right?
Yeah,
And,
and he still wears, like, his fashion is still Balenciaga. It's not by them, but like he wears a black mask, big puffer.
was
cargos.
Was he one of the designers for Balenciaga? I don't get it. Like,
I
what's
think
his tie with Balenciaga?
I'll search it up. I'm not sure exactly,
confused.
but I think he's just really good friends.
Bruh.
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy. It's sad. It's gross, dude. Like, I don't know.
Apparently they cut ties, but they had a business partnership with the artist
Yeah.
and fashion designer.
That
Yeah, he
makes
was a
sense.
fashion designer.
Yep.
But like, Donda.
Mm-hmm.
He like his like big ceremony, his house and like in the dirt. He was walking around like he was like a runway model, like wearing all Balenciaga. Crazy, bro. And
Weird.
that wasn't that long ago.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. And another thing is, right now it's so bad in some country in Asia. Ever since COVID started, a lot of the kids, I think over 50% of the kids are targeted as they're put up for like child
They're sex slaves.
yeah, sex slaves, because their parents are so poor that they literally through online they sell it to like other people.
Bro, that's disgusting.
And literally millions of kids are affected, and some of them are, most of them are from their parents, because their
Yeah.
parents went through it too, and they're like, literally some of them will be like, oh, I went through it and I'm fine, and like if they go through it, it's like whatever.
Bro, this shit's so gross and it's like so sad, dude. The country,
I'll find the country.
bro, listen, the number one country for sex trafficking and child trafficking, you know which country that is, bro? The U.S.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So gross. I saw a video where Ashton Kutcher, he's like a actor, but he started a company that builds like the software that helps track down, kids that are being trafficked. And he brought up a couple of these points, and that's one of the points that I brought that I took from his conversation. He was like talking to Congress, I think, in the video, and he says like in just in the past couple of months, his software was able to pinpoint 6,000 individuals that were being trafficked, and 2,000 of them were minors, bro. And he brought up some of these stories, man, and it was like so gross, bro. He said that like one point, like they actually, I don't even want to say it. Video,
if you want to do it, do your own research,
but it's just, man, this is sad stuff, dude. Some crazy stuff going on in this world.
I have a feeling like this video is gonna take it down.
I don't know. Look, if this video gets taken down, then that just
proves. I don't know.
It just, think about it.
We'll see, I guess.
I kind of want to include the beginning part of this video and just post a clip of us talking about Kanye and Balenciaga.
Nah, screw it.
No, I think we should.
Whatever.
It'll be like a 25-minute video, but look, that's what's happening right now.
And
guys,
hey, and another thing is that like a lot of you guys are hearing this for the first time, but like there's been stuff going on for years. There's like if you really want to look into it, even like 40 years ago, like 10 years ago. There's like so much stuff that I listen to today, like from Infowars.com, but
how do you know there's a trusty website though?
Because I look in other spots too.
True. Yeah, Infowars is kind of crazy though.
But Infowars is like its own website. Like there's no limits behind it, and they back everything up. When they give a point, they don't just pull it out of their butt.
It's also run by Alex Jones. He's kind of a nut.
He's a nut job, but there's other people that work with him.
That's true, but still,
he's not run by like just him. There's other like people that work there. But I'm saying like that's one thing. Like I'm saying Infowars because that was where Kanye. Well, that's where Ye was interviewed. You can't find the video anywhere else, but there it's a 2.5-hour video. They had Nick Fuentes or something. Yeah. He's a 24-year-old that
he's low-key a Nazi himself.
Apparently. Alex was like, "Are you a white supremacist?" He's like, "No." Like he doesn't believe that Hitler killed the Nazis either.
Yeah, there's like
but the thing is like what I don't get is that like there is like a lot of like Jewish people that run like they're like one of like the biggest like mafias is like the Jewish.
Let's not get into that topic.
I guess.
Let's not get into that topic or into other topics.
But no. I don't want to make it sound like I'm defending them. I just stated that. I just stated that.
It's just like those are completely different topics.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That's just another thing we were talking about. But that like, I'm not supporting anything. I'm just stating it.
We're just bringing some random things up here.
Yeah. I'm just saying what I heard today. I don't know what I believe.
Yeah. I'm genuinely curious to see where this is going, where all this is going.
Bro, for the longest time, like, the American people love drama about, like, their idols and their celebrities. Like, you never hear for, like, I don't know. I feel like this stuff will just pass. Like it always does.
Yeah. I will say one thing, guys. Before you formulate any opinion,
do research.
Do your research and just don't be quick to jump to an opinion. Like, I know a lot of people that are like diehard Kanye fans and they want to support him.
I was the hardest diehard, bro.
Yeah.
I like, trust me, like I loved him to the last second, but like
now,
how do you support him?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Somebody, I forgot who I was listening to.
He's just playing a character, bro.
I was listening to somebody and they're like, dude, if the things Kanye is doing was somebody that you know, like say it's your coworker, like would you stand by their side if your coworker was doing this stuff?
Yeah.
It would be very hard to, you know? And, like, just because he's Kanye, just because he's a musical icon, because he's a producer, an iconic producer, one of the best producers of all time, one of the best rappers of all time, like, a very brilliant man in that sense. Like, just because that's who he is, do you support him when he goes off the rails a little bit or a lot, right? Because there's been plenty of times in the past where he's just a little bit went off the rails. I'm like, yeah, it's Kanye. It's Kanye doing Kanye things. But at what point do I go, okay, like, dude, this guy's taking it too far?
You know that dinner that he went to with Trump like a week ago? He gave the choice to Trump that if he wanted to be his side man, Trump could be his side man. And Trump like
It's like, bro, what?
Yeah, he kind of laughed, but like another like Trump like kind of went off the rails a little bit because Nick Fuentes and Kanye were both there, so they were talking about it, and basically Trump towards the end of like the lunch, like no lunch, he was basically telling everybody like Kanye shouldn't run, like you're not gonna win. No offense, you're a great, brilliant dude, but you're not gonna win. He was telling, and Trump would tell like Nick and like his like close people that like literally like I know you guys support him, but like tell Kanye that he's not gonna win. That's what Trump was saying.
I mean, I
agree with him. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Like dude, so this is another point that I heard somebody else make. Oh, shout out to my boy Young Don on YouTube. Yo, this guy's so good. I love Young Don. Right. Anyways, he makes this point. He's like, dude, if somebody's family life is not in order, like, is he in a position or is she in a position to run a country? Yeah. Bro, no.
Heck no, dude.
Like, do you want your mentor to have a completely broken and
messed up
mess of a family life and personal life, but still be your mentor and
give you advice on what to do with your family?
That makes no sense, bro. Kanye's entire life is a mess right now. Like, bro,
I think what happened
he
with
should
Kanye
not be in charge of a country.
Is that like he does know a lot.
Yeah, but
and he wants to like expose it, but I think he doesn't have like the coverage and like the attention that he needs. So he needs to say these absurd things to get attention, because through the interview he made some pretty good points. But like you don't hear about them because they're like people don't really care. But that's why I think, bro, there was literally times where it's scripted 100%. He literally said, "I love Hitler."
He literally saw that, bro.
He like dragged it out. For what? Just say it. Or unless you're like purposely trying to make a point right there.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you don't just say that. Like, if you like the man, say it. But this guy was dragging it out. He said, I forgot he said Hitler, but I don't know if he said with like Nazis too, with like the dragged out words. But he said like the whole thing.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, I think that there's a lot of great things about Hitler.
Yeah.
There was a lot of great things about Hitler.
No, but like my point is that he dragged that out, like those three words.
Bro,
I don't know. He's a fine specimen. And he had a mask on the whole time. Was it even him?
It was covering his face the whole time. Was it doing it so in the future he could protect and be like, that was you and me?
I don't know. I think no. He said because it's like his identity.
What's his identity?
I don't know. He said like his point was you see Michael Jordan like all these pictures and like with the basketball smiling with a bunch of people, and then he said like another basketball player where you search him up and he's always wearing a mask so you can't really tell. I don't know what his point was, but that's what he said. I don't know, guys.
I think that wraps up the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's
guys, do some research, look it up. But don't get overwhelmed and don't get drowned in the sauce.
Yeah.
Don't get blinded by what's really going on. Keep your eyes alert. Hope you guys enjoy that conversation.
Yeah. And we're not trying to push anything on you guys.
Yeah,
we're just
like I am neutral. I said my stance.
Neutral,
I disagree with the things that Kanye's been saying. I think that he's out of hand. I think that
we're just saying what's going on.
But we just brought up some of the things that are going on.
So yeah, I hope everybody has a good night, day, whatever it is when you're listening. So
and then until next week, guys.
Yeah.
Yoki way out. We love you.
Love you all.
Peace out.